everybody, it is a Wednesday, which means it is time for me to do another Top 5 Wednesdays video. Today, October 5th, their challenge is the book that took you the longest to finish. A book that was an uphill battle, a struggle, and it was a book you have had to have finished, which limits my selection. Particularly these beauties that I have been trying to read for the past 3 months. And neither does Aragon because I never finished that book. So we will strictly go for books that I have finished. And first up we have Canaries on the Rim by Chip Ward. I read this for my eco-psychology class, and the middle of the book has really dry legal writing. It was a struggle for me to get through. This book isn't particularly long, and so I thought I would finish it very quickly. Not the case. I actually struggled to finish this right before my assignment was due and wrote like a mad woman to finish my assignment. Next we have Opal by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This book was such a struggle for me. I couldn't handle Damien's jealousy and how he treated Katie. I also just really did not want to see Blake again, so it was a struggle, an uphill battle. I don't know exactly how long it took me to read this book, but I know I struggled so much and I had to talk to so many reader friends just in order to finish it. Next we have The Hunchback of Notre by Victor Hugo. This book took me a very long time to read because if any of you have read Victor Hugo's books, they are very much past people-oriented, past landscapes. They are very descriptive, very wordy, and you really have to just kind of take it one step at a time because of how many people you're introduced to. And I really enjoyed reading this book. It was really nice to kind of see the real story of the Hunchback of Notre Dame as opposed to the Disney version. But it was still really hard to get used to all the names and the places. Next, we have The Inferno by Dante Alighieri, translated by John Cerdy, if I said that name right. This book took me, I think, a month, maybe a little longer to read, which is insane considering it says it's 280 pages, but it's all in prose, so it's not that long really, and I mean, it's like very simple writing. I just took so long to read this book because of the old writing style and also all of those people that you just have to kind of know. At least with this book, they have little footnotes that tell you who people are if he introduces them and they're not like well known in history. So that was really helpful. Alright, and last but certainly not least, anybody who has heard me talk the previous videos will know which answer this is, and that is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. This book took me a month and a half to read. It was mostly a month and a half for the first half of the book, because the second half of the book I read in a couple of days, mostly because I told myself that I was either gonna finish this book in this night or I was gonna stop reading it. So I really hate to have DNF books under my belt, so I was really glad that I just sat down and finished it, and I enjoyed the second half of the book so much more. But I have never really struggled so hard for a first half of a story, and that is why I have to add this book to that list. Anyway, those were my top 5 for this week. Please tell me in the comments down below what book took you the longest to read. What was your biggest uphill battle, your biggest struggle of a book to read? I really want to know, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!